It's 5 p.m.
All right, quiet on the set.
Shh, listen.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's start the party.
Broadcasting around the world. Polkas After Dark. This is your number one internet station. The music you love right here, right now. It's another live broadcast, special edition. Now your host, your USPA IJs of the Year for 2023, Rob and Jerry.
Hey, well, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Whatever it is, it's all good because you guys are here with us.
And we're here with you.
On Polkas After Dark. Let's see, the Facebook Live edition and also YouTube. That's right. Hey, we're going to say hi to Mr. Mike Charney. He's stopping in to visit. Chris Curtis is here from Ohio. Bobop Kalisek is in, I'm going to say probably Fayette County. I don't think he's in Minnesota today. Dave Maguda, speaking of Dave Maguda, we're going to be interviewing Dave here in just a short time. So you want to stick around. We're going to also say hello to Andy Maguda, his son. He's tuned in as well, and a whole bunch of great folks. Kathy Sargent is here from Ohio, the Cleveland area. And Jerry, let's go ahead and get some music started here. I found out something really cool today.
What did you find out?
I found out that Mr. Dave Maguda cut this 45. We're going to have to ask him the year, so don't type it in there, Dave. That'll be part of the interview. But this was with the band called the New Tones, and this was comprised of Butchie Pajak on bass,
Okay.
Dave on accordion, Tommy Wunderlich on concertina. He also played sax.
Okay.
Mike Burka, Tommy Picciano, and Mehdi Mishiak.
Wow.
Playing drums. And here's what those guys sounded like way back when. Can you tell it's a 45? Hey, good afternoon, good evening to Christy Novikowski, all the way out there in Chicago. We've got Don Marie Danielski here in the area. Also, Mr. Rob Milka, he's tuned in out in Michigan. And, of course, the ever so lovely Chris Tansky, our Buffalo Polka Booster president. Hey, a great way to start things out here on a Polkas After Dark, the Sunday afternoon edition. And that, of course, was Dave Maguda on accordion with the New Tones. We're going to be talking with him real soon. In less than 25 minutes or so, we're going to be getting him on the broadcast here with us. Hey folks, if you're just tuning in, we are here usually on Saturday evenings, most Saturday evenings I should say, as well as Sunday afternoons with an interview with your favorite musician of all times. And we're going to, that's kind of, we haven't used that one in a while.
That's about right, because I'm freezing my butt off today.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's very cold out. Hey, we're going to say hi to Kimmy Rozak. She's here. Michael Villa is here. Also, Judy Arendas. Hello to you, Judy. Hey, we've got one more tune that we're going to bring up here before we switch some things over, switch some gears. Here's the New Tones, and this was recorded on a 45, believe it or not. Mr. Maguda, we're going to be chatting a lot about the era with the New Tones, and then your progression all the way up to Big Steve and the Bel Airs, talking about your career with Jan Simon's Musical Airs, and a whole bunch of great bands. But here's another one by the New Tones featuring Dave on the vocal, and it's a tune that was written by Mr. Michael Burka, believe it or not. Here's one called My Only Pretty Girl Polka.
If I had a wish, guess what it would be? My only pretty girl, Polish as can be. She'd be my only girl and I'd be her man. Together we'd make music throughout the polka land. Pretty, pretty, pretty girl, pretty as can be. She's my only pretty girl, that keeps me company. Pretty, pretty, pretty girl, pretty as can be. She's my only pretty girl, that keeps me company. My life is much better now that I have her. I have no more worries just because of her. She can't make me feel bad, she can't make me feel blue. I'll tell you something else, she's my only pretty girl. Pretty, pretty, pretty girl, pretty as can be. She's my only pretty girl, that keeps me company. Pretty, pretty, pretty girl, pretty as can be. She's my only pretty girl, that keeps me company.
Mr. Dave Maguda, nice ending. Da, da. Hey, with the New Tones band, that was recorded on a 45 along with the opening song that we played. Of course, everybody remembers the theme from Rocky. Hey, right now, let's turn the microphone over to Mr. Kenny Olwen.
2025 polka season is not that far off, so now is the time to get ready for the first major polka festival of the year, Holy Toledo. Yes, Holy Toledo Polka Days, another stellar polka festival, April 10th through the 13th, featuring your host band, the Dyna Brass. The Music Company, the Polka Family, Jerry Kaminsky's Polka Network, the Polka Country Musicians, and Michael Costa and the Beat. Kicking it all off, it's the Holy Toledo Jam Band on Thursday, April 10th, and a final polka party on Sunday, April 13th with the Polka Country Musicians.
musicians. We'll also have 2 Jammer Polka parties with Kenny Olowin's Hot American Polkas. The main event will once again be held at the Holiday Inn and Suites in Perrysburg, Ohio, April 10th through the 13th. For more information, check online at HolyToledoPolkaDays.com.
Hey, don't forget, mark your calendar for that. That's coming up real soon. That's Holy Toledo Polka Days. And we want to also make mention that a special thank you to Joe Zaleski once again, as he joined us yesterday live right here on Polkas After Dark, the Saturday evening edition. We usually go from 7 to 9 p.m. He joined us a little after 7:30 and went all the way past 8 o'clock, telling us all about not only the Holy Toledo Polka Days, but also that brand new recording that they have out. We were able to premiere 2, along with many other IJs and DJs over the past couple of days. We'll probably be playing a couple of tunes off of that. We also want to say hello to Susan Swartz. Hello to you, Susan. We're going to be seeing her in Buffalo because Dennis Polisky's Maestro's Men are going to be entertaining over at that Buffalo Hotel for Dingus Day out there on Genesee Street. We're also going to say hi to Jill Ulrich. Hello to you. Let's see. It looks like Linda Michkowski. Good afternoon and welcome to Polkas After Dark. John and Marge Subcheck are here. Hi to you kids as well. And also Wally and Marianne Richkowski. And you know, Wally, that was a great picture. He posted a real nice picture of springtime in the backyard over there. They got snow.
We almost thought that's what ours was going to look like.
They got snow, yeah. Fortunately, we didn't, but that was okay.
It did snow yesterday, though.
What's that?
It did snow yesterday.
Yeah, but there was no accumulation, not like what they had.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. Hey, let's go ahead. We also mentioned that Dave, of course, performed with many bands, and here's another band that he played with, Big Steve and the Bel Airs, and here's a tune featuring Steve on the vocal and David on the accordion. Here's one called Life in Chicago.
nam grywa, cała noc na dzięki, ludziom się odbywa, hulają gośliwie, muzyka nam grywa, cała noc na dzięki, ludziom się odbywa.
Hi, this is Paul Romanowski. If you're looking for kielbasa or sausage for Easter, look no further than Romo's Catering. Please give me a call at 704-989-1198. We will take your order. We have it in stock now and are making it daily until Easter. We make fresh Polish, smoked Polish, mild Italian, and spicy Italian sausage. We make it in standard ring form and also in bun length form. You must order the bun length because we only have the ring form in stock at this time, but we will make it and get it out to you as soon as you need it. Please call me today, 704-989-1198. Robin and Jerry will tell you this is true, authentic Polish and Italian sausage. You can't buy this in a store, so please call me today, 704-989-1198. Happy Easter.
And just jot that telephone number down, 704-989-1198. Yes, Jerry and I can attest to that. He sent me some smoked and you some fresh because we don't do the opposite.
We don't do the
opposite. Yeah, we do the opposite. I don't do the fresh and you don't do the smoked.
I do smoked, but just my preference is fresh.
Is fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I have to comment on your attire there. You've got your Rocky shirt on.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
That's what we started with, right?
We got to play that again. Hey, Jill Stachinsky is here. Hello to you. Janice and Joe Dippiatic are tuning in from Pennsylvania. Chris Ebel is here. We're going to see Chris at that Big M Hotel weekend coming up for the Dingus Day weekend. Also, hello to Krisha Chunas. She is here. Jan Smith, Greg Schwoidock from WXRL's AM 1300, 95.5 FM, and streaming on WXRL.com. That is the Polka Motion broadcast. You listen to him right after Todd and Daddy Z and Linda Mitch over there on WHMP. They're on from 8 till noon, which we always catch a good portion of their shows. But getting back to Mr. Schwoidock, he does the Polka Motion broadcast over there at WXRL, not too far from here, actually. And we're going to say good evening to, let's see, Alice Fischler. Alice Fischler is joining us. Also, Gail Serva. Hello to you, Gail. Rudy Maker. Hello to you, Rudy. We've got Michelle Trzynski. She is here with us. Also, let's say hello to Jerry Romanovich. Hello to you, Jerry. Welcome to Polkas After Dark. And it looks like Lisa and Greg have hit the broadcast today. Yeah. They said, have a great week ahead, Lisa and Greg Skowronek down there in the Ville. Seville. Hey, we're going to play a tune right now by the Dynatones. You know, they used to call the new tones the little Dynatones, Jerry, because they were very gung-ho on playing Dynatone songs.
Nice.
And we're going to bring up Mr. T. Here's one called The Tattletale Polka. Poczkaj, poczkaj, powiem mamie.
Poczkaj, poczkaj, powiem mamie, że czwartuszek poda na mnie już. Mama, tego nie powiadaj, tylko lepiej przy mnie siadaj już. Nie uciekaj, duszko, nie uciekaj, aż mi daj serduszko. Poczkaj, obiecuję, że ci tego nie daruję, nie. Moje dziewczynie, nie bądź taka, lecz na zgodę daj buziaka mnie. Nie uciekaj, duszko, nie uciekaj, lecz mi daj serduszko. powiem mamie, że buziaka chcesz ode mnie, chcesz. Moje dziewczyny, nie bądź sroga, nie mów mamie, a dla Boga, to jest nasza rzecz. Nie uciekaj, duszko, nie uciekaj, drzwi daj, serduszko.
Yeah, we missed that guy. The Dynatones, that is, of course, Scrubby and Larry Trojak on the vocal, entertaining you right here on Polkas After Dark. We want to say good evening to Jeanette Tonsky. She is here. Also, Mr. Mike Novak is tuned in. Hello to you, Michael. Chris said that, hope to be there still. I haven't heard anything from Hank. Well, you know what?
Hank is really hard to get a hold of.
He's definitely hard to get a hold of. And if you don't believe us, you can ask Val. But we do know that he's going to be in town playing for that big Dingus Day weekend coming up, and we'll be telling you all about that. But right now, here's another tune before we get Mr. Maguda on the telephone. Here's Big Steve and the Bel Airs. So nobody's goof-proof, not even me. See there? So how about if we do Adam and Eve? That would work, wouldn't it? There we are. Another tune there by Big Steve and the Bel Airs. How about one more before we bring Mr. Maguda to the telephone for his interview this afternoon right here on Polkas After Dark? We want to say hello to some more folks that are tuning in. Patricia Mazer is joining us. Allison is here. Hello to you, Allison. That happens to be the daughter of Dave. So we've got his daughter and his son on here, and his wife, of course, is tuned in. She has no choice. She's like sitting right in the same room. Hey, Marlene and Tim Rohal are here from Canada. We want to say hello to you kids.
A.K.A. Olga.
A.K.A. Olga.
Yeah, she'll understand.
Oh, okay. All right, that's kind of strange.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's a curve.
She got it.
That's a curve. Hey, Jim Schwark is here. Hello to you, Jimmy, out there in Michigan. Also, we've got Rick Bukowski tuned in. Tim Masovich out in Pennsylvania. Hello to you. And Jerry, why don't you say hi?
Also, real quick, we are also going to say hello to Jane Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
She said it's 35, feels like 25. Yay, spring for sure. That's usually our spring. We've got Sander with us. He was tuning in for a bit before he had to go milking.
Uh-oh.
We also have Paul Romanowski and Marcia Moscato.
All right, cool. Hey, let's go ahead and bring up one more song here before we get to Mr. Dave. And here's another one by Big Steve and the Bel Airs. Here's one called the Gypsy Polka. Hey, Wally, thank you very much for that compliment. I greatly appreciate it. Hey, there you go. That is, you what?
I look way taller because most of my body's showing and you only got a little bit of your body. That's why I keep slouching over so that I'm about the same height as you.
Okay, well, that's good too. Jeez, like everybody, like anybody really cares about that. Oh boy. Hey, you know, we are fortunate to have on our live line today a gentleman that I have known, since, even before I moved to Buffalo. I met him back in 1979 when I performed up here with the Sounds Orchestra up here in Buffalo. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, maybe even earlier than that with the Trell Tones. But we have Mr. Dave Maguda on the line with us right now. And David, can you hear me?
Is this a Verizon commercial?
Can you hear me
now?
Hello, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? How about now? How about now? Jeez, Liz. Hey, Dave. Well,
Way to start the interview.
no, that was good. That was a plug for Verizon. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll either get the plug or a letter from their attorneys, one of the two. I don't know which. Hey, but Dave, thanks so much for joining us here on Polkas After Dark this afternoon. You know, you and I, like I said, have been friends for quite a few years.
Yeah.
You helped me out doing some repairs on my Cadillac when I first moved up here, if you remember that, in your mom and dad's garage. And it was,
yeah, when you pulled in with that big Cadillac and it was smoking, we had to hose it down with the hose. We thought it was on fire.
Yeah, well, no, it wasn't on fire, but the brakes
enough, right?
the brakes locked up, I think. Okay, but let's. I digress. Hey, Dave, welcome to Polkas After Dark. Let's go ahead and start off the interview, kind of like we normally do. With, at what age did you hear your first polka, Dave?
At what age? Oh, I was probably a little kid years ago.
Little teeny tiny
Mom,
tot.
Oh yeah, Mom and Dad took us to polka dance and everything. And funny story is that Big Steve used to pick me up and put me on the bar.
Oh, is that right?
Oh yeah, so I was probably, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. And I know that you play accordion, you play keyboards, you do some vocals here and there. Do you play anything else besides those two instruments that I mentioned, Dave?
Oh no.
Or have you ever dabbled with any other instruments? That's probably what I could say.
I tried playing the bass and trumpet and stuff, but those didn't pan out.
Gotcha. Okay. And so you started at an early age listening to polka music. At what age did you start playing?
Started playing at age 8.
Oh.
And I had a teacher called Sonny Barron. He started me off on the accordion, and then I went to Dave Gorvlinski, and he hooked us up with my first band at age 11.
Oh, wow.
With this Rick Majek on drums and James Gajewski saxophone and clarinet, and of course I had a quarter box at the time.
Okay.
Which played part. So we were a 3-piece band at that time, and that
Holy
was
smokes.
the early 70s.
I did not know that about you. Oh my gosh. I thought the Newtones was your first band. And when you said
No.
Jimmy Gajewski, that's not Jimmy Juice, is it?
Yes, it is.
That is, okay. I do remember
yeah.
Jimmy from the old
Yeah.
Club 77 days, and I'm sure we're going to have
Yeah.
some stories to chat about with that. So let's see.
Yeah.
So after the fact, who did you work with? Who did you play with after your band?
Well, actually, we were around for a while.
And what was the name of the
then,
band, by the way?
The Alliances.
Alliances, okay.
And we eventually worked our way up to about 6-piece. And then I think it was probably maybe 76, 77. We sort of kind of got defunct. And then I started playing with Ricky Crew, Kenny Crew,
Oh,
Butchie
wow.
Paycheck with Buffalo Express.
Oh, okay. And that I didn't know about you either. Holy smokes.
Secrets, man. Secrets.
That's crazy. That really is. Okay,
And
so then after that,
with them after that, then started the Newtones with actually Jerry Masovich found Tommy Pachano and Mike Burka.
okay.
And then I think we originally had Robbie Bonkevich playing bass before Butchie. My mind fails me. I can't remember that far.
No, that's fine.
And then Matty Mishak on drums at that time.
Okay.
And then we played that for a while, 5-piece, and then we got Tommy Wonderlick to join. And at that time, he was just only playing sax and trumpet. You know, he wasn't playing concertini yet at that time.
Okay.
And then that's, I think we were together like 4 years, something like that.
I remember playing a job with you guys at Father Justin Knights of Columbus. And, we were playing, and then, of course, it was you guys. Now, I can't remember if were you guys together in 83, 84?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
we were still together.
All right, because that's when I moved up to Buffalo, was 83, played with the Dynatones, and I think
Correct.
I think it was you guys and Dynatones, and if I am not mistaken, it was either the Broadway Grill group that got us together, or it might have been Big Al Schwoidach. I can't remember which, but I do remember playing with Scrubby at that particular time, and you guys were playing our breaks, and everybody used to refer to you guys as the little Dynatones. And boy, I'll tell you what, you closed your eyes and you heard the songs, the instrumentation, everything was just phenomenal. It really, really was.
We were pretty close. And actually, when the Dynatones recorded the live Wire over at the Weber Post in Lackawanna, we were the alternate band on their breaks.
Oh, is that right? Didn't know that either.
Yep.
Interesting. Let's see here. And then where did you go from there? From the New Tones, because I know you played with Jan Simon's Musical Airs.
Yeah, we Val Bukowski, myself, Kevin Kurgel. I think Mike Kurgel might have played at that time too. I don't know if that was before Steve, or I was with Steve a couple of years and then I left and then I traveled with them. But yeah, there are videos out there with us playing Jan Simon.
Yes.
That was a good time. And I think you played drums one time.
I did at Timmers Grove with
Timmers Grove. Yeah,
with Simon, Val, you, Kevin, and Nigel. I think was playing bass, wasn't he? No, you were. You were actually playing bass.
Yeah, I had the bass on the accordion.
On the accordion. That's right. That's right.
I just remember on that. It might have been that particular trip that we were out eating someplace, and then there was a elderly lady by herself, and then you grabbed her check.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then we paid for it.
Yeah, I can't remember who we actually interviewed, but it might have been Kevin Kurgel actually that mentioned that exact same thing. Yeah, I do remember that. And Jerry and I, to this day, we'll go into a restaurant or something just to grab a quick bite to eat, and we'll just nonchalantly take a look, and if we see somebody that's sitting by themselves, we always approach the waiter or waitress and say, hey, we're taking care of that check, so just make sure that you get it to us. But we don't want any recognition. We don't say, hey, well, we bought it. We just do it just out of the kindness of our hearts, which we love doing that stuff. Let's see here. Also Val Dinguste is on here, and he says Ray Bajiewicz was playing drums with us when we backed up Lush.
Yes.
So you probably remember those days too.
Yeah, we had Ray Bajiewicz and Chaz Gurry on bass a couple times.
Yeah.
And we had another drummer named Eddie, and I can't remember his last name. Val might. But yeah, we traveled around with Lush and everything, and that was always a good time.
Oh yeah, here. So what other bands did you perform with? After Simon, or like you said, you probably were playing with Steve and then alternating. When Steve wasn't playing, you'd pick up a job here and there with Simon or Lush or whatever. But
yeah,
who else did you?
I traveled a little bit with the G-Notes also. A couple times went to New York City, played the Pulaski Day Parade down Fifth Avenue.
Oh, wow.
I went in as an extra guy, and we were in Long Island for a party or something like that. And then I was jobbing around for a little while, and then, went back and forth back to Steve and everything.
Yeah. Interesting. Actually, Val chimed in. It was Eddie Jarmolinski.
There you go. That's why I couldn't remember it.
Yeah. And didn't Eddie come in with Chaz Gurry, and didn't we do a stint, a job over there at Town Edge Bowling Lanes one time? I'm having these vague memories. Do you remember that at all?
No.
Yeah, I think Val will probably probably remember that. We've got Ray Bajuik Jr. in the chat room here over at Polkas After Dark on Facebook Live. Hey, so tell me some more information here. When did you start with Big Steve, and when did the TV show come about?
I started in 84, and it might have been the fall of 84 or spring of 85 that he did Polka Saturday Night.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's a while ago.
There are still some great videos out there, and I think Andrew Kaczmarski has a few of those. And I think maybe Mike Charney grabbed a hold of a few of those as well, and he posts those every once in a while, too.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Dave, how about we get into some other nitty-gritty stuff here? What is your favorite personal genre of music that you like to listen to when you're not listening to polka music?
A little bit of mixture, a little bit of everything, mostly country. And also I'm involved with the Cheektowaga Community Symphony Orchestra.
Oh.
I've been, Jackie Schmidt, God rest her soul, she got me involved with it 20-something years ago.
Oh, geez.
And I'm doing my third stint as president over there.
Good for you.
Right now we got Tom Wodakowski. He's he used to be the director of Chopin's.
Oh, all right.
He's our current conductor, and we do 5 concerts a year, and that keeps me busy on a Tuesday.
Oh, gotcha. And those are all in the town of Cheektowaga. Where are the concerts at, Dave?
They're usually all over. Most of them are now at St. Andrew's Church in Sloan.
Okay.
And we got one coming up April 27th.
Gotcha.
Our concert. And then in June, around Flag Day, we do a Flag Day concert at Town Park in the amphitheater.
All right.
And then we played at the Cheektowaga Senior Center also.
Gotcha.
So we have a website, CheektoWagaSymphony.com, and people can go on there and look up when our concert dates are. And we have an array of people from teenagers to people in their 90s that play.
Oh, that is amazing. How many are in the orchestra?
65.
65. Now, have you ever had all 65 performing at one time?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah, that's most of our concerts, yes. It's a full symphony orchestra. As a matter of fact, one of our main horn players is Chris Garblot from Special Delivery.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, he played with the Dynatones for a while and performed with Steel City Brass and a whole bunch of folks. But yeah, you're right, working with Special Delivery as of right now.
Yeah.
So I know you sing. Do you sing any Polish, and do you speak Polish, or do you understand Polish at all?
No.
All right. And
nope, never understood it.
And how's about this? I know you've recorded different places, so why don't you share with us a little bit of your stories with where you have recorded, Dave? What studios?
Well, the first one with the New Tones, I can't remember what the name of it was, but that was in Amherst off of Union Road and Main Street someplace.
Oh.
And then the only other place I recorded was with Steve at the Loft.
All right.
Literally across the street from me now.
Yeah, that's true too. Holy smokes. Oh, good gosh. How about, do you have a favorite band that you never performed in but always wanted to, past or present?
Alongside or within?
Nope. That you wanted to play in the band with. Do you have any bands that you wanted to perform with over your musical history, or even today? Just thinking about it, and it can be any genre of music. It doesn't necessarily have to be polkas.
I don't know. I can't answer that.
No?
I really don't know.
All right. And how about a most memorable gig? You know, it could have been either you guys had a lot of people, or the band was just firing on all cylinders and everything was gelling and you guys really sounded great. Maybe there wasn't a huge crowd, but it was just a memorable gig. Do you have one or a couple that you can share?
I have a few of them, actually. When we played in Tonawanda at the Ward Post for Gino Fifka,
Yeah.
we always used to play. It was a staple where we did Happy Richie's band and Big Steve all the time, alternating.
Yeah.
And those were always a good time. You know, my wife Julie can contest to that. I've carried her out of there a few times.
But those were the days, boy. I'm telling you,
Oh, yeah.
and that was the late '80s, early '90s, actually.
Yep.
And boy, you know, you're bringing a lot of memories back with Gino and the MVets Post on Ward Road. You know, I
yeah.
remember too that he used to have a really, really nice Kalinde party, and his mother used to make a lot of the food for the event. Wouldn't charge anything, just, you know, buy your drinks at the bar. And heck, it was an AmVets Post, so drinks were like, you know, $1 a beer, maybe $1 a beer or something like that. Maybe even $1 a mixed drink and 75 cents a beer. Holy cow?
Who knows?
Yeah, unbelievable. Let's see here. And how about who did you idolize growing up? Either in the polka music industry or another genre of music. What kind of got you started to play accordion to begin with?
My grandfather, my father's father, Joe Maguda.
Okay.
He played accordion. He had his own radio show on WBEN.
Oh.
And that had to be in the 40s, I would think, that he did that. And actually, the accordion that I used was his.
Oh, and you still have that accordion today?
Yes, I still have it. Yeah.
Oh, that's super. Can't believe that at all. How about, you know, musicians that you've shared the stage with? You said that you were kind of like a side guy with the G-Notes. Who played with the G-Notes at that time that you guys did the New York City thing?
Jerry Masovich,
All
Gary
right.
Krupski, Henry on drums.
Oh, yeah, Hank.
Karl Nowakowski on the accordion.
Okay.
Bass player was Teddy Collada.
Teddy Collada is here. As a matter of fact, he is tuned in and he is in the chat room over at Polkas After Dark. Funny you mentioned that. I think he's been hanging his hat down there in Florida, if I'm not mistaken. But I haven't seen him in a while and would love to get a chance to chat with him at some point. That would be awesome.
That was a good time. Richie had it wasn't Richie because we were in a camper at that time. One of the guys drove a camper and we were all in there, and we just had a great time, you know. And I remember when Jerry Masovich, he would always make his famous hot pickles. So our breakfast was hot pickles and beer.
Hot pickle and hot peppers too. Didn't he also have the peppers?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I remember some of those. Boy, talk about making you cry as soon as you put it in your mouth. But it was just amazing the stuff that guy did, and what an amazing talent too Jerry Masovich was.
Oh yeah,
everybody knew him as
guy.
Mouse.
Yeah.
Hey, do you have a favorite song that you liked to play over the years or sing?
Well, I never really sang other than, you know, a couple with the new tones. Other than that, I really didn't sing.
Yes, I remember you singing some American tunes with Big Steve and the Bel Airs.
Tunes. Yeah, American tunes, but I wasn't much of a singer.
Well, and you sang on the tune that we played, the second song actually that we played with the new tones, the My Only Pretty Girl. And you said that you had told me that Mike Burka wrote that song.
Yeah, I think it was a
Mike and Tommy.
collaboration. Mike and Tommy, yeah.
Yeah, Tommy Picciano. Holy cow. You
Yep.
know, these things are, time is just getting away from you. It really is,
Oh, yeah.
unfortunately. But we've got a lot of memories too. What are
Oh,
some
yeah.
of the memories that you had with Big Steve? Let's talk a little
Well,
bit
how
about that.
about if I start with you?
Uh-oh. Do I have to hit
When,
the mute button?
No.
Okay. All right.
When somehow you were at my parents' house, and we were going to go to band practice, and you didn't eat yet, so we had to stop at McDonald's.
Oh, that was the one over on, was that French? No, not French Road.
Yes.
Yeah,
French
it was
and
on
Borden.
French Road. It's not, it's no longer a McDonald's. I think it's now a dental place or something.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And you did the ordering from the passenger side.
I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, and somehow we got kicked out of the drive-thru.
Well, it was funny because we were in a hurry to get to practice, like you said. And I think we were practicing at the Falcons, weren't we?
Yes.
Yeah. And
you told
go ahead.
you told the girl to make it snappy.
Yeah. And that's the first and last time that I ever got thrown out of a drive-through.
We never went back.
No. Well, first of all, I was hungry, didn't get a chance to eat. We were in a hurry. And I placed the order and I said, I do remember saying that, make it snappy. And she just said, I talked to my manager and we can't serve you. And I don't know if she thought I was drunk and, inebriated or what, but I definitely wasn't. It was just, I was hungry and we needed to get to practice. That's all there is to it. Jeez. Oh. Hey, Dave, you grew up in Cheektowaga, right?
Yes, I did.
So you've been a plant there all of your life, unlike me coming in from Pennsylvania, living here in New York. But I'm going to ask you this. I know that you retired recently without divulging the place that you worked. Can you tell us a little bit about what you did for a living?
Basically, I was a 911 dispatcher. Dispatched the police, fire, EMS, tow trucks.
Oh, okay. And that, of course, then we know is the town of Cheektowaga.
Correct.
Yeah.
28 and a half years.
Wow, good for you. Congratulations. That is amazing.
And it'll be 2 years in June that I retired.
Hey, now, you just divulged my most embarrassing moment. Thank you very much for bringing that to light for everybody. But do you have a most embarrassing moment yourself that when either when you played, when you were on stage at a practice or whatever, it's got to be related to music though. Do you have a most embarrassing moment that you can share?
Not that's off the top of my head, no.
Can't think of
Why,
anything,
you got something?
No, I do not. This is actually a gentleman by the name of Bernie Kozlowski that was originally with Energy down there in Pennsylvania. He now resides in Minnesota, and he and I were talking at USPA last year, as a matter of fact, and he said, hey, you got to start asking one of those questions. What's the most embarrassing moment that somebody had either on stage or off? And so we've been kind of adding that to the list as well.
No, unfortunately, nope. Can't recall anything.
Hey, how about any cruises, big festivals, anything that you've played?
Well, with Steve, we went on that cruise. I don't know if you recall playing on that. On the ship.
I sure do. That was the Celebration, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Yep.
If I'm not mistaken, with Carnival Cruise Lines. Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah, it was you, me, Dave Zwava.
Yeah.
Dale Bodilla, and Steve, I believe. It was just the 5 of us, right?
Yeah, because I think what I did is I ended up playing trumpet for a while with Dale, but then for some reason I'm also remembering that I played drums at one point with that, because Lush was on the cruise with us, if you remember. Is that the same one, or are we talking a different one?
No, that was different. No, it was just us.
Okay.
It was just that one.
All right. Because I do remember that Lush was on one of the cruises. There was a video floating around out there somewhere, And I do remember that Dale was on horn. I think I played drums, Steve, and gosh, I'm trying to remember. Maybe it was Pilarge at that particular time.
It could have been. It could have been.
Yeah, I truly
Or I
can't
couldn't make
remember
it or
that.
something.
Do you have a favorite place other than the AmVets Post in North Tonawanda? A favorite place that you performed where, you know, the people were really, really great and into the music?
Oh, you got Polish Falcons in the Pew was always good.
Here. It still is.
Oh, yeah. Well, of course, the AmVets Post in Tonawanda. St. Stan's we played a few times.
Oh, yeah.
We did Polish Villa a few times.
Oh,
Polish
that's
Villa.
Polish Villa too.
Yep.
Yeah, those were some real, real good times. Holy smokes. Well, I can't believe that we're... Go ahead.
Yeah, we played with Steve in Crystal Beach out in Canada. That was always a good time.
Oh, yeah, that's true too. I almost forgot about that. And that was also with Lush, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
I think
Yeah,
Steve had brought Lush in for that.
Yep.
Wow. You're definitely
Well,
bringing back some memories.
One nice thing playing with Steve was that when we traveled by plane.
Yes. Yeah. It wasn't driving to the location, which
No, it wasn't driving to the location. No.
Which kind of brings me to, you know, if you've heard any of the broadcasts, there's two favorite questions that I like to ask towards the end of the interview. And the first one is, do you have a favorite breakdown story? And this could have been with any band whatsoever. But do you have a favorite breakdown story that you can share with us, at least one?
Well, we really didn't have to break down because we always had a roadie.
No. I'm talking like a breakdown as far as, the vehicle was off to the side of the road or something like that. Not tear down, breakdown.
Well, the worst one was Kevin Kurgel and I were driving back home from Massachusetts. And I think we were playing with Simon at the time.
Okay.
And we were driving home, and I hit a deer.
Oh.
Yeah, and spun the vehicle around, sideswiped the whole thing. And
oh, wow.
We're lucky we didn't roll over.
Yeah. Oh, that was a magical night for sure. Holy cow! Hey,
yeah, that was the worst breakdown story.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, most definitely. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Val is chiming in here. He says Crystal Beach was the very first job that he played with Jan Simon and Lush, and Big Steve alternated. There was almost 1,000 people there. And yeah, I do remember that. I remember Crystal Beach. I don't know whatever happened to that roller coaster out there. Do you? Do you know the background of it?
Oh, the Comet?
Yeah. Did that end up in like Pennsylvania or something?
Yeah, I don't know what city or anything, but yeah, it's still going, I guess.
Yeah, I think if memory serves me correctly, and we also have some people here tuning in from Pennsylvania, but I thought that the Comet ended up in Kennywood Park. I could be wrong. I definitely could be wrong.
No idea.
Yeah, okay. And finally, Dave, what advice would you give to someone that just wants to get started in the music industry, whether it's polkas or anything else? What advice would you give to that person?
You got to have heart, and you got to practice, and you got to have a good bunch of people with you.
Yeah, here. That I will agree. Well, Dave, it was a pleasure getting a chance to chat with you and bringing back some fond memories. Boy.
Well, you can still have memories, Robin.
Oh, yeah. No, that's true.
I just seen Chris Tansky and Pat Mazur and Marsha Rocca and Sharon and Tom Golden. They were at the Elks Club in Lancaster.
Oh. Now, how did you see them there? What brought you to the Elks?
Well, I don't know if you know Rick Bukowski.
Sure, I know Rick. Lefty.
Well, Yeah, Lefty there. He's
Lefty.
in charge of the kitchen over at the Elks, and he recruited me to cook on Fridays with him.
Oh.
So him and I do the fish fries there.
Oh, nice. Well, Jerry and I are going to have to look into that. I know we have an engagement this coming Friday.
We're there
with
every
some folks.
Friday till end of May.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. Then Jerry and I are going to definitely try to get a chance to come out there and and see you guys. So you're there every Friday. What time to what time? What time are they open?
4 to 8. 4 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Okay, gotcha. We will definitely have to do that. Maybe we'll jump on board, not this Friday, but maybe next Friday. We'll get the opportunity to do it. Hey, Dave, thanks so much for joining us here on Polkas After Dark for an interview.
Okay, thank you very much for the invite.
It was a lot of fun. Like I said, bringing back stuff and going down memory lane with Big Steve and Jan Simon and Lush and all the guys. Thank you, buddy, and we love you, and I'm sure we are going to see you at some point in the not-too-distant future.
Sounds good.
All right, take care, Dave.
All right, you too.
Love you, pal. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Hey, here is another tune by Big Steve and the Bel Airs. Here's one called Out Till Dawn Polka. Special thanks to Dave Maguda for taking the time this evening. Yes, sirree, that is a tune called Out Till Dawn Polka. There were no vocals on some of those recordings because Big Steve had passed during that time when we were out there, and I think that was in 94 or 95 that was put together in the studio. Steve did get the opportunity to record a few vocals on that, and that was that Don't Say Nothing to Nobody was the name. Yeah, Don't Say Nothing to Nobody.
Is that like I'm getting nothing?
Getting nothing for Christmas. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hey, we're going to say hi to Karen Costello-Burka. She is here. Mark Komar is here as well. And he clarified something that there is a roller coaster, wooden roller coaster there. Let's see.
It's actually the Comet from Crystal Beach.
From Crystal Beach.
That is now in Glen Falls, New York.
And a man from Lake George purchased it, the wooden roller coaster, for $210,000.
Wow.
They moved it.
Did you ever ride the Comet?
I did.
Okay.
I did when I was
I know you don't like rides much.
No, when I was back in the day, I used to love riding roller coasters. Now, forget it. I'm lucky I don't even get on a merry-go-round at this point in my life.
You don't even like to go around the block.
Wow. Okay. Hey, folks, we want to remind you of a couple of events that are going to be up and coming. And before we do that, I want to make sure that we mention this particular...
Before we do anything,
Yeah.
we're going to make a quick mention that we are going to be late next Saturday.
Yes. Yes,
and
we
then
are.
we are not going to be here on Sunday.
Yes, that is correct.
Just want to make sure everybody's on the same page
We're
before we
gonna-
go further.
We're going to be late because on Saturday night, because on Saturday at 4:30 p.m., there is a Mass for your mom at St. Stan's in Buffalo.
And a bunch of other deceased.
And a bunch of other folks, yeah. But it was nice that they sent a notification out to us, and we're going to get the family members there.
Yes.
And I think Raven is going to be coming in for that, isn't she?
She is.
That will be nice.
And the girls.
And then
the
on
queen.
Sunday, we're not going to have an interview or a show because we are going to be out celebrating a pre-birthday. You know how Val has the pre-Dingus Day? Well, we're going to be doing the pre-Jerry birthday over
Which is
at
going to last a
Russell's.
month at this way.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. 'Cause
I
your
need a
actual
whole month to
birthday-
celebrate.
Your actual birthday is April 30th. Yeah. And you are going to be the big 6-0
6-0.
this year. Wow. I'm dating an old woman. Old broad. Jeez, whiz.
All right, let's go to that screen, the other screen you wanted to come up with
yeah,
that
yeah,
I
please.
interrupted so
no,
rudely.
no, that's fine. You're good at that.
Save
And
the
perfect,
date, save
perfect
the
for
date,
that. Yeah.
save the date,
Hey, we
save
want to
the
remind
date,
you guys
save
to
the
save the
date,
date
save the
about the
date,
Buffalo Pole. Okay, knock it off already. Gosh, have you had coffee?
Nope.
Are you drinking anything?
Nope.
Wow,
That's the problem.
That's exactly
That
it.
is
You're not
definitely.
being mild. Hey, we want to remind you kids to save the date for the Buffalo Polka Boosters 55th annual picnic, and that's going to be taking place where and when, Jerry?
It's going to be on Sunday, July 13th, 2025, from 2 until 7 p.m., and Buffalo's own 7 will be playing that.
Yeah, Ricky Crew and the gang.
It's going to be held at Clocks Grove at 1245 Seneca Creek Road in West Seneca, New York, 14224. And if you were there last year, you know that this venue is so cool.
Yeah,
it is.
we
so
had a blast
cool.
there.
We did. And once we're out and about getting the tickets ready to go, the tickets gonna include like hot dogs, hamburgers, Italian sausage with peppers and onions, homemade noodle salad, their chef salad, their house dressing was awesome.
Yeah, everything was last year.
Yeah, I don't have a complaint. It also has beer, soda, and water.
Water. Yeah.
Yes, and I did all that off the top of my head.
That is all included, but this is a limited thing there, so they have to make sure that
tickets are available.
Okay.
They aren't available yet.
Nope.
We have not gotten the go to say go ahead, get your tickets, so we're not going to.
Yeah,
but
I think Chris Tansky is going to mention that at their next upcoming
meeting.
Which
is April. I just looked at that.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I don't
Chris.
recall.
April 5th, I think
but
it is.
I know she had mentioned that, folks don't get there early, that the doors open later.
Yes. It's hard when people are standing there.
7:30
and,
until
you're trying
10.
to get stuff together and
Yeah.
talk to your other board members. Makes it really hard to have people standing at the door because then you feel kind of obligated to hurry up and get there.
It is April 9th, by the way. Chris just chimed in.
It was the 9th, not the 5th. I knew I was wrong, and I kept trying to pick. I got there.
You're always wrong. No, that's good.
No,
that's good.
I thought I was wrong
And
once.
she had made a post there for
She
people
did.
not to get there early.
Yes.
And I, of course, posted that we're going to be there at 6.
5? Oh,
A little
not
after
5?
6. No, we'll be there at 6 because we work till 5.
She also shared the Buffalo Bison's
kidding,
Polish
Chris.
Night, which will be held on Tuesday, August 12th at Salem Field, with Polish-themed pregame polka party, 5 to 6:20, and that music will also be provided by 7, and the Polish dancers Polish dancers. Honoree this year is Tom Terapaki, and then the Community Leadership Award goes to Mark and Sherry Chapash.
Yes.
Very excited.
Awesome. We will be there.
Yes, we will. And Sherry is going to throw out the first pitch.
Awesome.
Practice.
Awesome.
I know, I practiced
unless it
didn't
rains.
work.
Yeah.
Unless it rains like it did last year for
George
Mike and
George
the
and
year before for us.
Yeah. So hopefully
it won't rain.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. Hey, we've got one more song that we want to bring up here, and then we're going to be telling you about a whole bunch of things going on for Dingus Day. But here's a tune, one more tune by Big Steve and the Bel Airs instrumental. Here's one called Chubby Mama. Another instrumental by none other than Big Steve and the Bel Airs. Jerry, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about that big Dingus Day that's going to be coming up. There's a lot of Dingus Day events, but we want to make sure that you guys know about the big one that is coming up. And it's not just because you and I are going to be doing the kickoff, the welcome party on that Saturday evening, or going to be there on Monday for Dingus Day.
And we're going to be hanging out on Sunday.
We're going to be hanging out on Sunday with LG, Lenny Gomolka, Chicago Push, and polka country musicians. Mary Rose is going to be there, of course. But go ahead and let everybody know what's happening.
On Saturday, April 19th, a kick-off party to the pre-Dingus is going to be happening at the Twigs Lounge. With a live broadcast of Polkas After Dark.
You don't have to mess this up. It has nothing to do with the Polka Boosters.
I try not to.
Chris Tansky is not involved in this, so you don't have to botch it.
I'm sure she'll be there.
Oh, you know she will.
Okay, so we're going to be kicking it up. See, you always throw me off.
No, go ahead, please.
See, we need to fire him. Yeah. We're going to be doing a live broadcast of Polkas After Dark.
You run all this
with
stuff.
Robin and myself. Music starts at 7 to 10 p.m. It's a free event at the Twigs Lounge at the M Hotel. Come out, have a drink, have some fun, little finger food or whatever you want to do. But just stop by and say hi to Robin and I, especially if you're in town early. On Sunday, April 20th, is the 33rd pre-Dingus Day party. Doors open at 5 p.m. Music from 6 to midnight. There is an official kick-off with the blessing of the instruments. Music will be provided by Lenny Gomolka and Chicago Push, as well as polka country musicians. Admission to that event is $10. Val's 36th Dingus Day celebration will start Monday the 21st with Robin and I kicking off a tropical courtyard pool party from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. It will be a live.
Okay. That was fun.
Broadcast
of
Polkas After Dark.
So we can get to some music? That would be nice.
That is free admission. And there will be drink specials, which are $2 well drinks. Ballroom opens at 5, music from 6 to midnight. Music will be provided in the ballroom by New Generation and Polka Family. Courtyard will be a rock and country dingus day. Country music will be provided by Hazard County and classic rock by Flipside. They will be alternating. The event on dingus day is $15 per person.
Can't go wrong with that.
For tickets, table reservation, or information, call 716-381-7517 or email dingusdaynewyork@aol.com.
And that would be cool. And if you folks want to, if you're going to be coming in from out of town or out of state and you want to get a room, you can always do that. Grab a room. Tell them a little bit about that, Jer.
There are rooms available.
Take your time.
You usually do the room.
Oh, okay. I'll do the room then. 2040 Walden Avenue is where the M Hotel is. If you're trying to picture it in your mind, it's the former Millennium Hotel, which is right off of the interstate there, Walden Avenue in Cheektowaga. And if you want to get a hold of somebody to make a reservation, you can call them at 716-681-2400. That is the fantastic Dingus Day room packages. And you can see everything right there on your screen. But make sure that you join us. And again, we always make sure that we let everybody know if you're thinking about going, call and make your reservation. You can always cancel the reservation if you can't make it or something changes or something turns up. But you can't get a room at the last minute. So please make sure that you do that. Again, there's a lot of great things happening, as you can see on your screen, for the Saturday welcome party. And then also Sunday, $10 admission. That's crazy. For 2 bands, you can't find that anywhere, especially on an Easter Sunday. Doors open at 5 p.m. Music is 6 to midnight. Lenny Gomolka, Chicago Push, polka country musicians. And then, as Jerry mentioned, you got some great bands that are going to be performing on Dingus Day Monday, which is going to be Hank Gazevich and Polka Family, and also our friends out there, the Marosheks, out there in Wisconsin. They're going to be coming in with the New Generation Band. Just fantastic guys, fantastic musicians. You definitely want to get out there and see the bands.
If women come a dime a dozen, I ain't got a penny. Some guys are getting way too much, and some guys don't get any. But if I had a nickel for every time I've had enough, I'd still be busted and heartbroken, still be trying to fall in love.
And here's 7.
I fell in love with Linda, she didn't love me back. I went crazy over Chrissy, she went crazy over Jack. Maria down in Mexico, my Spanish Mona Lisa, tried to bring her back to Buffalo, but she did not have a visa. If women come a dime a dozen, I ain't got a penny. Some guys are getting way too much, and some guys don't get any. And if I had a nickel for every time I've had enough, I'd still be busted and heartbroken, still be trying to fall in love. A dozen roses, all she did was make me beg. Displayed my love for Donna with a tattoo on my leg. There's a tree where me and Carla carved our names with a pocket knife. But like I love it burned down with a lightning strike. If women come a dime a dozen, I ain't got a penny. Some guys are getting way too much, and some guys don't get any. But if I had a nickel for every time I've had enough, I'd still be busted and heartbroken, still be trying to fall in love. Why does everybody say there's lots of fish out in the sea? When I'm swimming after women, they're all laying up on the beach. If women come a dime a dozen, I ain't got a penny. Some guys are getting way too much, and some guys don't get any. But if I had a nickel busted and heartbroken, still be trying to fall in love. I'd still be busted and heartbroken and trying to fall in love.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That, of course, Ricky Crew on the vocal, a little bit of 7 right there. And once again, they are going to be performing, so you want to make sure that you save the date for that, for the big, and I do mean big, Polka Booster Picnic coming up over at the, I was going to say the M Hotel. We've been advertising the M Hotel so much with everything, Jer.
But that's because we're going to be there.
Yeah. Yes, we are. Hey, Jeff Mittek is here. We're going to say hello to Jeff Mittek. Also, let's see, Joe Maroshek is here. We're going to see them. Hannah Yash has tuned in. Hello to you, Hannah. Also, Bernadette Gordon. She is here. Mark Komar says he's going to have a great video sound from the New Generation Band because he's going to be plugging directly into their board. Hopefully. I don't think that's a hopefully thing. I think that's going to happen, and Jeff's going to make it happen. Hey, speaking of Jeff, let's go ahead and bring up a song by Lenny Gomulka and Chicago Push that the New Generation recorded on their brand new recording, I'd Do It All Again. Here's a song called Irresistible You.
Irresistible you. The only thing I ever asked for is that you teach me so I learn. That's why I'm here on earth. Irresistible you, the one I give my heart and soul to, and I will tell you till I'm blind, you make me a happy guy. Irresistible you, irresistible you. Irresistible you. I must have died and gone to heaven, 'cause there's an angel by my side. This must be paradise. Irresistible you, irresistible you. The perfect picture of a woman, and I can't get you off my mind. That's why I call you mine. Irresistible you, irresistible you.
Oh, yeah, you're going to hear those guys, New Generation in Buffalo. It's going to be their very first appearance ever. And we also want to remind you of a lot of other things that are going on in the upcoming future. And we want to thank Mr. Tony Blazonczyk for getting this over to us. Here's Tony, actually, to tell you a little bit about what's happening at Seven Springs.
The #1 polka party, 50 years and counting. That's right, we're celebrating 50 years at the Polka Fireworks at the Seven Springs Mountain Resort. Make plans today to join us July 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th with this year's musical entertainment by Lenny Gomulka and the Chicago Push, Frankie Lishka's Blue Magic, The Beat, Buffalo's Concertina All-Stars, the Dynabrass, Crusade, John Guda, Larry Trojak's Live It Up, the Maestro Men, the Polka Family, and also Ryan Joseph from Nashville and his All-Star Jam Band. There's going to be the Litwin Concertina Jam, volleyball tournament. So don't wait. Make your room reservations today by calling the Seven Springs at 855-947-0438. And don't forget to ask about the Polka Fireworks room rate. You can give Bel Air a call at 708-594-5182. Make plans today to join us for the 50th anniversary of the Polka Fireworks, taking place at the Seven Springs Mountain Resort.
And that is going to be an awesome time, as well as, we mentioned there's a lot of things going on for Dingus Day, not only at the Big M Hotel over there on Walden Avenue, an inside event, but there's also another inside event that's going to be going on here, St. Stan's. Jerry, tell them a little bit about that if you wouldn't mind.
Join the Chopin Singing Society and St. Stanislaus Church for the 62nd annual Dingus Day. The tradition continues on Monday, April 21st, 2025, from noon until 10 p.m. St. Stan's Pussy Willow Pass is $15, includes a free Polish sausage sandwich. There is also a Polish kitchen available, and they have a bunch of Polish beers and all kinds of good stuff going on there. 12 noon program includes a swish.
A swish? What's a swish? I'm not too familiar with that.
Swish. Blessing.
Sviensonka.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's it. I was trying to get it, and I was like,
you
I
got
give
it.
up.
That was
Chopin Singing Society.
Singing Society. Okay.
See, a Chopin's performance and dance performances featuring John Guda and Gurale.
Yes.
The polka country musicians.
Yes.
And L. Pilkowski's All-Star Band.
Yes.
For information, call Ed G. 716-895-4604, Gary B. 716-884-7366, or call the Rectory at 716-854-5510.
It's like that Christmas thing with the little Hershey Kisses. The thing where it goes, man.
That was a hard one.
Hey, Bob Saharsky is here. Hello to you, Bob. Also, Chris Wanyo is here. Melissa Simkowski. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Eric Ferrari. Hello to you. Stephen Gerard. He stopped in to say hi to us, and we thank him for doing that. The beat's going to be done. Actually, we keep saying this is their last year, but they're going to be having that big polka weekend. Yeah. Hey, let's go ahead and bring up some more polka music here. Polkas After Dark. Jerry, why don't you say hello to some more folks in the chat rooms
Gonna
there?
say hello again to Jane Pfeiffer, Xander, Paul Romanowski, Darren, and Marcia Moscato, and Jim P.
All right. Hey, here's one called the State Fair Polka. Here's Happy Louie. Hey, here's a little bit of Squeeze Box. Here's Eddie Blazonczyk and the Versatones.
Play me a song on your squeeze box. I'll kick off my shoes and I'll dance in my socks. Another old time melody. Play your squeeze box all night long. And I need your sing in a squeeze box. Ja stronie wybudę i ja tańczę w mesaks. Taka piękna stara melodia. Graj tą squeeze box całą noc. Play me a song on your squeeze box. I just love that sound when I'm dancing around. Puts a smile on my face when I hear your squeeze box all night long. I need your singing a squeeze box. Tak lubię tą muzykę, jak tańczę i słyszę. Tak miło ucieszę, jak słyszę tą fajną squeeze box całą noc.
Hey, here's a tune off of that Praise in Polkas recording. Here's one called Open My Eyes, Lord. Here's John Gora on the vocal.
Otwórzmy oczy, pomóż zobaczyć Cię. Otwórzmy oczy, chcę ujrzeć Cię. Otwórzmy uszy, usłyszeć chcę Twój głos. Otwórzmy uszy, chcę słuchać Cię. Oczy pierwsi to zawsze zostaną ostatni, a nam oczy otworzą się i będziemy rozmawiać na nowe sposoby, bo Boga oblicze tu jest. Otwórzmy oczy, chcę ujrzeć Cię. Otwórzmy serce, chcę kochać tak jak Ty. Otwórzmy serce, pomóż mi w tym. Otwórz mój umysł, chcę drogą Pana iść. Otwórz mój umysł, chcę godnie żyć. Oczy pierwsi to zawsze zostaną ostatni, a nam oczy otworzą się i będziemy rozmawiać na nowe sposoby, bo Boga oblicze tu jest. Otwórzmy oczy, chcę ujrzeć Cię.
You're going to hear and see John Gora and Gorale play over there at the United States Polka Association Convention and Festival, and that's going to be coming up Memorial Day weekend. As you can see there, we've been showing this, the 6001 Rockside Road, Independence, Ohio location for the Holiday Inn. It's back there, and if you want to make your reservations, you can call 216-524-8050, and that will get you to talking to somebody at the front desk, and they'll be able to help you. And Jerry, go ahead and mention a little bit more about that weekend.
Band lineup includes Jack Beachley's Jam Band on Thursday evening. Friday is Polka Family, New Tones, and Eddie Foreman Orchestra. On Saturday afternoon is Bad Enough. Saturday evening we will be entertained by Polka Mojo, DVSTA,
Dinah versus Stick-Toners, 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 Dinah versus Stick-Toners, that's the name of the band. Hey!
And New Generation. Sunday is John Gura and Gurale, Mon Valley Push, Dinah Brass, and Polka Country musicians. Always a great time at the USPA convention.
Yeah. Hey, we also want to remind you, too, there's going to be a lot of things happening this summer, too, as well as the Summer Music Fest out there in Michigan, over at Frankenmuth. And we haven't received anything on that as of yet, but Mr. Mark Jansen
and then our favorite, which is Zabava.
Zabava down in Erie, Pennsylvania. That's true, too. That's at the end of August. That's usually where we celebrate my birthday.
Your birthday.
With everybody down there from Buffalo. And that, of course, is all the polka boosters. They're in full force.
Yes,
Sharon
they
Golden,
are.
Tommy. You got Marcia Moscato, Pat Mazer, Chris Tansky, and a whole bunch of folks. Who am I missing? Oh, Steve Grimella. Well, he's part of the Buffalo
absolutely.
Polka Boosters, and he's down in Dunkirk, but he's a lot closer to that place anyhow.
He sure is.
Hey, we're going to go ahead and send a song out to all the Lenny Gomolka fans.
Lenny Gomolka and the Chicago Push.
Send it out to Cody Joe.
Welcome to the Summer Music Festival, where polka bands are in, right here in Michigan. Welcome to the Summer Music Festival. They have the best of all here at the festival. Sing along. Welcome to the Summer Music Festival. It's filled with polka sounds right here in Germantown. Welcome to the Summer Music Festival. There's tons of fun for you right here in Frankenmuth. Welcome to the Summer Music Festival. We're Mark and Marv our best here at the Music Fest. Welcome to the Summer Music Festival. Let's hear you scream and yell here at the festival. Welcome to the Summer Music Festival, where polka bands are in, right here in Michigan. Welcome to the Summer Music Festival. They have the best of all here at the festival.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Lenny Gomolka, Chicago Push. A little bit of Summer Music Fest. You know, there's going to be a great crowd there. We want to thank
Great
Mr.
lineup.
Freddie Edelmeyer for sending us that link real quick. Jerry, just mention the lineup if you wouldn't mind.
So on Wednesday, August 6th is Dennis Polisky and Maestro's Men.
Yeah.
Stephanie, Lenny Gomulka and Chicago Push, and New Brass Express. On Thursday is Maguda and Gulale, Lenny Gomulka and Chicago Push, Buffalo Concertina All-Stars, and Dennis Polisky and the Maestros Men.
Yeah.
On Friday, August 8th, Polka Family, Frankie Lishka and Blue Magic, Buffalo Concertina All-Stars,
Yeah.
and polka country musicians, as well as Dinah Versa Stick-Tone Airs. They have it spelled out, so I don't have to sing it. I only have to sing it with the DVSTA.
Okay,
Sorry.
good. No, that's
On
nice.
Saturday, August 9th, The Beat, Polka Family, polka country musicians, Frankie Lishka and Blue
Frankie
Magic,
Lishka.
and Jimmy Weber and the
Any
Sounds.
relation to
what
Frankie Lishka?
a night that's going to be.
That's going to be fun.
Gates open at noon on Saturday, and they're playing until 1. Oh, no, music starts at 1. Music ends at midnight. I was going to say they're playing until 1 a.m.
They probably will.
They
More
probably
than
will.
likely. More than
But
likely.
that is the
always
lineup
do.
for Frankenmuth, held August 6th through the 9th of 2025.
Yeah. Hey, here's a tune by Dennis Polisky's Maestros Men. You know, those guys are going to be out once again, a quick mention, over at the Buffalo Hotel on Genesee Street for Dingus Day. And that is an outdoor event. We're just hoping and praying that the weather holds up and it gets a lot warmer for outdoor events, because I remember playing some outdoor events for Dingus Day.
Remember that one that rained and
Yeah.
you got stuck in the mud?
Yeah.
That's so
one
mean.
That one I do too. No, that was a lot of fun. And,
Yeah, sure was.
Hey, Danny Matea is here. Hello to you, Danny Roy and Carolyn Renee. Hey, Joe Rindeck says they also have a bus trip from Buffalo. We need to get a hold of the flyer.
Yes, we do.
If you guys could send us a JPEG flyer over to polkasafterdark@gmail.com. That's the only way that we can get those. We can't accept texts or anything like that. It's got to be sent to polkasafterdark@gmail.com. Send us your flyers, and we will make sure that we get something announced for that. We're going to also say hello to Christy Maroshek. She is here. Joe Rendeck, once again, he said good evening. Also, Benjamin Lynn. Ben Lynn is here. Deborah Ann Rutkowski, good evening to you. We got a whole bunch of people here that I have kind of omitted, and I do apologize because I don't get a chance to read this that much anymore, and that's something you get a chance to do.
I keep you very busy.
Yeah, and Doris Martin, we're also going to say hello to her.
And we're also going to say hi to Mike Catanzaro. He's with us today.
Mike Catanzaro. Catanzaro.
Catanzaro.
Can or
Cat. Cat, C-A-T.
Catanzaro. See? Yeah, I hope he's doing well.
Yes.
And
he
we
said
also
he just got home from a beautiful walk.
Oh, nice. Good
Very
for
nice.
him. Good for him.
Can we get a yo for Giorgio?
Got a yo for Giorgio. That was Lenny. As a matter of fact, that was the thing on for Music Fest. I can't remember the song that it was in there, but I'll have to isolate that and play it later. Hey, here's a tune by Maestros Men. Here's one called There Goes My Heart Again. Good evening to the lovely Beverly Ceramit. Bev, hello to you, young lady. Also going to say hi to Michael and Kim Posserb.
Just one look from you.
Dennis Polisky's Maestro's Men, and that, of course, is the maestro himself. And that is awesome that Jackie is going to be in town. He's going to be singing up a storm with Dennis and the guys. Hey, folks, we also want to make mention for the schedule for the interviews. Keep in mind that we're going to have a late broadcast, and that is coming up next week, Saturday. We're going to be a little later than 7 p.m., probably closer to 8 or 8:30, but that'll be fine because we will have a lot of folks that are going to be late nighters with us, so we thank them for joining us ahead of time. Next week, Sunday, there is no broadcast because Jerry is celebrating her pre-birthday, and that will be on Sunday. We're heading over to Russell Steaks, Chops, and More with the entire family. All of her kids are going to be there, which is nice. But we do want to let you know that Fred Edelmeyer is going to be on for an interview on April the 6th. Can you believe that? We finally snagged him after all this time. So Freddie out of Indiana, he's going to be joining us on the 6th. Then on the 13th of April is Mr. Alex Quinnell, a drummer extraordinaire. He's going to be joining us on the 20th, of course, of April. That's that big Dingus Day weekend, so we're not going to have a broadcast on that Sunday. That Saturday evening, though, you want to join us over at the M Hotel in the Twigs Lounge. That is April the 19th from 7 to 10 p.m. And then we also have an interview, let's see here, that is going to be coming up on May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. And also with you. Lift up here. No. May the 4th is going to be Mr. Brian Kopka. He's going to join us out of Chicago, Illinois. So again, we just thank you guys ever so much for putting us on, as Jerry and I always say. And if you've been listening in your car,
thanks for the ride.
You're tuned to Polkas After Dark. We've got time for just, maybe one or two more songs. Here's Downtown Sound. Here's Mr. Bob Bobin. He's going to tell you all about Mary's Playing Hard to Get. Hey, Mr. Pete Wojciech, hello to you and happy birthday to Susie.
I send Mary flowers and I send her sweet cologne. Then I stay up for hours trying to call her on the phone. I can't get her on the phone, why does she act so mean? I want to talk to Mary, not her answering machine. I think my Mary's playing hard to get. She's been my Mary since the day we met. And though my Mary doesn't know it yet, I'm gonna marry Mary, and there's one thing you can bet, that when I marry Mary, she won't play so hard to get. She says that she can't go. I ask Mary for a kiss. She says the answer's no. What am I supposed to do when Mary acts so cross? I guess it's time to show her just exactly who's the boss. Because my Mary's playing hard to get, and though my Mary doesn't know it yet, if Mary keeps on playing hard to get, something she'll regret, 'cause Mary won't be married when she sees me with Jeanette.
Hey, all right, there you go. Hey, let's grab a couple more tunes here. Here's Freddie on the vocal. Here's a nice waltz. We haven't played one in a while. Here's one called On Top of the Hill. And we're going to try to get that Tell the Boys. So that'll be like a threesome there with Downtown Sound.
Hi, this is Paul Romanowski. If you're looking for kielbasa or sausage for Easter, look no further than Romo's Catering. Please give me a call at 704-989-1198. We will take your order. We have it in stock now and are making it daily until Easter. We make fresh Polish, smoked Polish, mild Italian, and spicy Italian sausage. We make it in standard ring form and also in bun length form. You must order the bun length because we only have the ring form in stock at this time, but we will make it and get it out to you as soon as you need it. Please call me today, 704-989-1198. Robin and Jerry will tell you this is true, authentic Polish and Italian sausage. You can't buy this in a store, so please call me today, 704-989-1198. Happy Easter.
Hey, thank you there, Mr. Paul Romanowski. We'll keep that number up there real quick for you guys, 704-989-1198. Once again, that's 704-989-1198. Yes, Jerry and I can attest to that. What great sausage.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're all the way over there. Okay.
I started moving and doing something else.
That's
Sorry.
fine. No, that's good. Hey, as promised, we are going to play this song. Who requested Tell the Boys?
Darren.
Okay, Darren, this one is for you. And again, folks, we're going to be on a little bit later on Saturday. This upcoming Saturday. It's going to be just a tad bit later. And there will be no broadcast, no interview on Sunday next week. But we do thank Mr. Dave Maguda for hanging around. And gosh, forgot to ask him a little bit about Club 77. Just not enough time in a broadcast here.
Half hour is not a whole lot.
You can tell the boys your lies and whisper in their ears. You can tell the boys the things they really like to hear. You can tell them anything you want from A to Z. Just be sure you tell the boys you're going home with me. Tell the boys that you're married now. Tell the boys you don't fool around no how. Tell the boys that you're spoken for. Tell the boys that what you did you don't do anymore.